dear, oh dear. What was it? The hunt? The blood? Or the horrible dream? Oh, it doesn't matter. It always comes down to the hunters help her to clean up after these sorts of messes.
Gehrman is my favorite boss that From Software has ever made. Out of all the legendary encounters, grotesque monstrosities, and emotional climaxes, he stood out to me, head and shoulders above the rest. And the core reason is that it's a fight that neither side wants to happen.
Aha! You must be the new hunter. Welcome to the hunter's dream. This will be your home for now. I am Gehrman, friend to you hunters.
Gehrman is the first person you meet face to face in Bloodborne. He states he's your friend and proves it as the game progresses, giving advice and hints, though he can't go out and join you directly. And it's not because of that phony wheelchair. Gehrman is the host of the Hunter's Dream, much like Mikolash is the host of the Nightmare of Mensis, and Maria hosts the Hunter's Nightmare. However, unlike those two, Gehrman doesn't want to be there. After progressing through some of the game, you can find him sleeping in the garden, talking to himself.
Oh, Lawrence, what's taking you so long? I've grown too old for this. Of little use now, I'm afraid. Oh, Lawrence, Master Willem, somebody help me. Unshackle me, please. Anybody. I've had enough of this dream. The night blocks all sight. Oh, somebody, please.
Gehrman had already lived a very long life, before it was greatly extended by the Hunter's Dream. Remember, the host of a dream stays the same age as when the dream was created. Just look at Mikolash, still young when we meet him, but above ground only a decaying corpse remains. In life he had already lost those closest to him, his friend Lawrence taken by the beast blood, his master hidden from the world by Rom, and the woman he loved sacrificed to another dream. Gehrman felt so alone, he even crafted a doll in her image, a desperate act that would be followed by another. After creating the Hunter's Dream, this already old, lonely man has been forced to live countless additional years in service to the hunters who were chosen by the dream and the dream's master, Paleblood. Each gravestone in the Hunter's Dream belongs to another hunter who came before you, who completed their hunt and then were freed by Gehrman. And each time Gehrman released a hunter, he wished that it were him instead. But he never wavers in his service to you. Once your hunt is complete, he will again be the one to set you free. But if you refuse, he won't allow it. He won't let himself be saved if it means that you might suffer, for he knows what fate would await you. And if he must, he will take your life by force. Gehrman is one of only 4 hunter boss fights in Bloodborne. Dominated by quick-stepping and gunfire, these fights are very fast-paced and extremely intense. They're also more personal. When you're fighting Gehrman, he uses the same moves you've used throughout your entire journey. He charges heavy attacks, dashes around, and counters with his firearm. And while Gascoigne eventually transforms into a beast, Maria starts tryouts for Devil May Cry 6, and Mikolash is Mikolash. Gehrman stays relatively the same. His second phase gives him quickening and hyper armor, but only gives 3 new moves. A long-range wind slash, a guaranteed visceral gunshot, and an AoE with the longest charge time I've ever seen. It's a true fight between hunters, between equals. And in a game where you mostly fight a menagerie of beasts and aliens, that really stands out to me. I do wish he had a larger HP pool, but that's really just me wanting this fight to never end. Though I seriously recommend fighting him with no blood gems on. I promise you, lengthening this fight makes it even more incredible. It also lets you listen to Gehrman's theme for longer. This music track is brilliant. It doesn't have the creeping danger of Gascoigne, and it's not the anthem of an epic clash like Ludwig. Instead, it evokes a sense of tragedy, because that's what this fight is. An old man who's seen too much, a young one who knows too little. The only remnant of those who discovered the beast blood, the most recent foreigner to seek its healing. The first hunter and the last, fighting to the death for the sake of the other.
And he's got a scythe. That's like the coolest weapon ever. Are you kidding me?